Anyway, this is Dynamic Trio. I am Patrick.
No, dude, we can't start off like this.
Yes, we can.
No.
It's episode 4.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm distracted by Jessica Rabbit right now.
Oh my god.
Okay, get in the game, guys. Everybody, chug yourselves. Yes.
I don't do that.
Did you just hit yourself?
He.
Oh, you hit the mic.
Yeah, he did.
I thought you hit your face on the mic. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Damn, dude, he's blind.
Yeah, man. He's really fucked up.
Big facts.
He's more fucked up than I was when I had COVID 2 days ago.
Dude, yeah, you had COVID.
I had COVID last week.
How was
And that's
that?
a perfect time to intro. Welcome back to Dynamic Trio.
Oh,
Yes, that's great. I like that one. Oh, very good.
Episode 4. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got Patrick.
Hey.
We got Alex.
Hello.
And we got James. Hi.
Dude, you did have COVID, huh?
I had COVID, yeah.
And that's why we're kind of behind on recording and we need to get back into it.
I got a little sick too.
Did you?
Yeah, but I didn't have COVID like a bitch.
Ooh.
I tried so hard to not get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you wear masks?
No.
Didn't try that hard.
Yeah, that's like step one. Not get COVID. It's like to wear a mask. Obviously, you did not try that
Are we
hard.
recording? Oh, yeah, we are. Red light.
Oh, dude, we're recording. All right. Oh, this feels good, guys. This feels
Anyway.
good.
Okay, how's your guys' week been?
Shut up.
I refuse to be the guy that gets shit on.
All right, good.
I'm saying it right now.
Is that why you got a chair where now you're above us?
Yes.
Oh, I see right through you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Man, the Celsius is really kicking in for you, huh?
Now James is on the floor, so we're going to keep him there. No? Just kidding.
Anyways, what did you have to say? You have something to praise about Dillon Danis?
No, no, it's just that he's been on the news.
Oh, Dillon Danis, huh?
Yeah, because that's the thing. When I was sick with COVID and I was just lying in bed, not going to work, not able to move.
Yeah.
I was on my phone and I was on Twitter, and I don't know what was the first post I saw, but it was on like my For You page on Twitter or something. And I just saw Dillon Danis like tweeting about Logan Paul's fiance Nina.
Oh, yeah.
And just like saying like just the most immature horse shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was just, and it's like what surprised me the most was that he just didn't stop.
Yeah.
Like every day there was something new.
Dude, I saw like something about how like it wasn't even just like one photo, 2 photos. Dude, it was like 50 something. I think it was more actually.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere where he posted about it like 130 times.
Dude, that's too much.
It's too much.
And it's what, to like prepare for a fight?
To promote the fight.
To promote the fight.
Yes. Because, like they agreed to fight, and whenever they do these things, there's always like this thing of like, okay, now we got to pretend like we really hate each other.
Yeah.
As if we're not in business with each other
Yeah.
right now. And he just took it way too far.
So Dillon Danis is fighting Nina? Is that what's going on? Because that's what it seems like.
No, it sounds like Nina cheated on him, and
Yeah.
he never got over it.
Yeah, it's almost like that. But
Here's the thing, though. This is my opinion. I think a lot of mainstream fans are getting to know who Dillon Danis is. Dillon Danis has always been known in the MMA game as like straight up like piece of shit.
oh, really?
They've known he's not. He'll dog fights. He's not good. Jiu-jitsu game is good apparently. I don't know. I don't follow jiu-jitsu stats like that, but his jiu-jitsu game is legit. It's him though actually showing up to fights where people are like, nah, he don't do that. Like
Really?
he
Really?
don't, yeah, he doesn't show up to fights or he'll duck people. Like I don't remember the last time he's fought. I think Jake or Logan Paul made a website. It was like over 1,000 days he hasn't fought. He ducks fights supposedly. But yeah, he's always been kind of a piece of shit. Like he's the guy who pissed up Khabib at the Conor McGregor Khabib fight so much that Khabib risked it all to jump out of the octagon and drop kick him.
That's what that was for?
Yeah, that was
Because of
Dillon
him?
Danis.
What the hell? That was like
Wow.
a big moment in like UFC.
Dillon Danis can get under people's skin really bad and really fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just by
Damn.
being a shithead.
Yeah, just a fucking troll on Twitter.
Yeah. And then like when they actually sat face to face with each other, like he couldn't get a fucking word out.
Yeah, dude, he was like me. But worse.
Hey guys, I get it. It's trash talking, but we shouldn't make fun of stuttering. It is a big deal. It
Dude, shut
affects
up.
over 1 million Americans.
No, they all suck. I'm one of them.
But like it was psychotic.
Yeah.
Like the shit that he was posting about him.
Yeah.
Or about Nina, my bad. And then like when he ran out of stuff, he then had shit photoshopped.
yeah.
Like it was really sad.
There was even like this thing where apparently he had like the nuke of all things. It was like this. Yeah, like he had like some photo or like a video or something where he's like, dude, this is what's gonna break Logan or whatever.
Yeah, or put me in jail. Is what he
which
also said.
honestly is he's probably gonna get not put in jail. Probably.
No.
You think he might face
No,
like?
lawsuits don't work like that. She's
Really?
not like pressing charges. She's
Oh,
just suing him.
okay.
Yeah.
But so
She'll just take every cent he has.
yeah.
Yeah.
every cent. Like, dude, he's just gonna be broke forever.
I will say there is one thing he is talking shit about that I was kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot Logan got into a few like scam stuff.
Oh
He
yeah.
did, like, the
And I was
crypto
like,
stuff.
oh yeah, like the crypto zoo.
Mhm.
And then for the longest time he's been repeating himself. He's like, I'm working on it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And even at the press conference, he was still like, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think you're working on
Yeah.
it.
Because like here's the thing, I Logan Paul, I'm not gonna say is a good person.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's a famous person who's done good and bad things. Obviously, he's had quite a
Low-key
few bad
psychotic.
things. He is.
Yeah.
I think he is like legit like a sociopath.
Yeah.
But like fine, say what you will about Logan, because he's the guy you're fighting.
Yeah.
The fact that he is just going out of his way to like avoid a head-on collision with Logan by going after his fiance and just slut shaming her.
That's insane.
Like that has no tact
And
whatsoever.
honestly, at this point in time too, it's like I feel like the precise moment or like the perfect moment to like go after that, because I feel like Twitter has started to like transform into like this type of like realm for like really nasty, toxic men, where they just kind of will be like, oh, a perfect girl is somebody that has like a body count of like 0.
Yeah.
Like has never kissed a man ever.
Yeah.
Like the epitome of like what a woman's supposed to be, that like they view as like somebody that's never even like held hands with like a guy.
Sydney Sweeney, but a virgin.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so like everybody's like, well, now that they're sharing like all of her past, or like sometimes it's like just people that she's been friends with. Everyone's
Exactly.
like, dude, how are you gonna marry a girl who's like that?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, that's not.
Yeah,
Like,
just
you guys
because
just-
a woman
Nah,
is
I agree.
photographed
How are you
next
gonna
to
marry
him.
a girl with friends?
Like you only should want a fucking loner who doesn't know how to talk to people or make eye contact.
Yeah, it's like, dude, no, that's not how fucking life works. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna find the person that's like that. And then also, it's like, why would you want somebody that's not experienced something?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of want to find somebody who has had like relationships in the past, because then it's like they now know what they want and stuff like that. Like, you can't know what you want by never even experiencing like it ever.
Bro, what are you talking about? Girls never know what they want.
Oh, God,
my
dude,
God.
don't be this guy.
Don't be-
Don't be
Oh
this
no
guy.
don't blame it on me. That's that guy over there. about his views.
I'm just
Who's that
saying.
guy?
Who are you pointing to? The
You.
fucking- I thought you were pointing to the disinfecting wipes. But actually, no, it's very interesting that you brought up like just like the overall, because he is part of that, right?
Yeah.
The only dudes who like Dillon Danis are these alpha bro dudes who actually can't get any girls.
Yeah,
And
and I
how,
feel like,
like-
sorry.
Sorry, because like and yeah, like they're all about like women should like have like a low body count because that's what he's saying. She slept with a lot to do, so she's worthless, right?
Yeah.
But like I was talking about this with my girlfriend, and she actually pointed out like if you actually even think about like on like a mathematical perspective, it wouldn't work, because if women are only allowed 1, maybe 2 people that they're allowed to sleep with, then they would never pick to sleep with you. They're only gonna go for the very top epitome of the most attractive, the most intelligent, the most successful. They just, because they're just like, I only get one shot.
Yeah.
So why would I go for you, Dillon Danis?
Yeah, or his incel community.
Yes, or his
Yeah.
incel community,
Yeah.
or like, and I was just like, oh my god, you're right.
Do you think those alpha male guys make good leaders?
No,
Dude, no, because they're all following this one person. Like, I feel like it started off with like Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Who he hangs
kinda-
out with.
Yeah, like he really led like that march for like these people to be like just the worst people on earth.
yes,
And now they found like a community amongst each other,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of scary.
yeah, it is, yeah.
But I don't know.
But you guys don't think those alpha male guys have any good qualities for leadership?
That's the thing though, is that it's like I think I've heard like girls say that's a joke. Like, you don't say you're alpha, you just live it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just live confidently, and you just live you live securely in your skin, in who you are, and that's
Yeah.
just it.
And I feel like those guys, I feel like they try to embody it so much because they just can't in general.
Yeah, they know they don't have it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to trick you into thinking that they do.
Yeah. So that if they were to try to be like leadership or whatever, like you're saying, I feel like they wouldn't really be able to fit that mold
No.
or fit those shoes.
Yeah, those people suck.
So yeah,
They're the
like,
worst.
do you guys think the fight's actually gonna happen?
I hope so for the amount of shit talking happening.
Dude, I want to see Logan go off on him in the ring.
I
Straight
kind
up.
of don't mind seeing either one getting knocked out because
Yeah.
it'd just be funny.
Low key.
Because
But
it's not a serious fight.
yeah.
No way. Like that's the thing too, that it's like I really didn't care about this fight until
Yeah.
like this sexist piece of shit just like would not stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't stop.
Yeah. I want to see him get put down.
I really do.
Yeah, like Logan, I do like. I like his podcast, like his drinks, I like everything like he like makes and stuff. But I do also realize that he's kind of a sociopath.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this other dude's way worse.
Yes. He's
Oh,
so
yeah.
dumb.
Like, dude, he's so fucking.
So speaking of, do you guys think you guys have ever been considered alpha males
no.
to
No,
other people?
dude.
Not within, obviously not you. You don't think that about yourself. No one thinks that. But do you think anyone's ever looked at you and thought like, oh, that guy's kind of like that alpha shit? I definitely think people look at Alex and think that.
Really?
Yeah, when you're sexist and misogynistic.
Dude, what do you mean? Don't put this out
He's
there.
hungover, man. Like, you can't
Dude,
handle.
I can't defend myself right now.
That's why.
Oh, I'm the one who's gonna get shit on today. I'm kind of down for it. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit. Like I hit the gym more, so I'm starting to look a little bit more masculine now.
Bro, your
And
dick tip is hanging out, dude. Come on.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
Dude,
no shit.
I'm not even gonna look anymore. 'Cause I got scared. He's wearing very short shorts.
That's what I was trying to
and-
insinuate.
Yeah.
That you got that alpha look.
But and maybe a little bit. Like I think I've hit a point in like my fitness level. Like when I'm at the gym, I notice like you know, like high school kids, like the guys like looking at me specifically and like sometimes copying what I'm doing. And to be honest, it just makes me uncomfortable.
No, dude, you should feel like proud. I feel like you should be like, dude, like people, because I'm at that stage at the gym where I'm looking at other people, like
Right.
to like feel like to like not
fill?
not to fill, to like. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say to fill out my form, but I meant to like to fuck. What am I saying?
To like
dude?
emulate a little bit.
Yeah,
Just
to
be
emulate their form.
like how does he do it?
Yeah. So now that you're at the point where people are looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
you should be like, wow, that's fucking sick. Like you have passed a point where you would have been that person.
You would think, but it still generally makes me uncomfortable.
Damn, dude, you're a group leader.
No.
Dude,
No.
it's an unintentional group leader.
Damn.
That's alpha shit.
Damn.
I think. Me not knowing anything.
Nah, I never want to. No, I'm not into that.
All right. Well,
Claim it.
well, speaking of that leader shit, I recently took a mental assessment that kind of had to do with your leadership quality stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the cool thing about universities are that they pay for a majority of these assessments. And
James is in college, by the way.
I thought it was pseudoscience
Okay.
originally, but then it turns out it's an assessment that's been what do you call it? Relooked over by a lot of people who hold PhDs in psychology and things like that. And a
Okay.
lot of universities have done studies on it, whatever. I made second part of that up. But
Okay.
it's a legit
It sounds legit.
it's a legit assessment though on your mental state. And it turns out there's 34 strengths that people have that can, let's say a lot about who they are, leadership, relationship, all this stuff, right? But the cool thing is you can't change them. These are just things that you have, and you might be able to mask them. You might be able to morph them a little bit, but you can't, quote unquote, fix these things, or you can't, quote unquote, change about who you are.
Uh-huh.
But the scary thing is how easy the assessment is. It's literally one of those like 2 statements on each side, and which one you're more likely to do, or you 100% believe in, or you're just neutral on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes the 2 questions have nothing to do with each other. But from that, it accurately can tell everything. It can accurately map out who you are mentally. So I took the assessment. Oh, and also it's a worldwide assessment, so it actually takes into account cultural differences and societal culture crap. Fuck.
Okay.
Canceled right there. Anyways, I took it and I had my girlfriend read it. And the scary thing is she was like, "This is you. I don't even have to read that your name's on the top of the assessment, but this is you."
Uh-huh.
And I was reading it. It was like scary because I was like, this actually kind of, I always make fun of the fact that I'm like, it's just my ADHD brain kind of thing. And it could still be, but one of my top 5 strengths was called ideation, which is basically is you love ideas. You just can have 100 ideas. If someone asks you to make an idea, you just give them 30
Okay.
kind of thing. And I was like, oh, that's sick. But then it was like this thing where it's like, I was looking into it a lot more and trying to get an assessment on it. And it was like, you are fascinated by ideas, but you're not the person to execute them.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that makes sense why I have so many unfinished projects. I always make fun of like, oh, it's an ADHD symptom, stuff like that.
You
It's
brought
like,
that up in the podcast.
Yeah, and I always I recently took the assessment. But yeah, I didn't know that. And then the other top 5 things on it were so scary. It was like, well, okay, I'll read them. I'll tell you guys, and then you guys tell, and then you guys can see if you guys think it's me. Because one of the things I was told too about it was like, you might not recognize these things about you because they're you're just a pro at them. Let's just say they're just things you can't tell anymore. You just do it all the time. So that was the first one. Ideas. I can generate 1,000 ideas. They might be not good, but I can generate them. Yeah. The other one was futuristic. Basically, I focus on the future. I'm like, down the road, that's going to happen. And what I do now, I can focus on that. Or what I do now, I can get to the future faster. Or if that's a result I want, I am motivated by that. The future motivates me. So it just depends how you look at it. That one's a little bit more, a little bit different. The other one was relater. I thought this one was gonna say like I'm really good at like reading other people's emotions, and it's not. It's actually I don't like people. Essentially, it's just I like close group of friends, and like for me opening up or telling people about who I am, and vice versa, them telling me who they are. I consider those risks, and I'm willing to take those risks with very few select people. So anybody I would want to work with in the future, it has to be people I would want to hang out with. So I can't build a relationship with people unless it's genuine.
Oh, wow.
So
that makes me feel good because you kept me around.
I don't tell you anything.
Goddamn. Fuck.
The other one was maximizer, and this one was like, oh fuck, this is why I was like thinking about alpha male shit. I was like, it's basically in basic terms, it's like you don't look at your weaknesses ever. You only look at your strengths and how to make those better. And then the last one was adaptability. Adaptability essentially is you're just very mentally flexible. And I've been in trouble with this one a lot where like let's say I have a plan to go from here to let's just say Devil's Lake. And on the way there we get a pop tire. I don't give a fuck. It's like shoot, it's like it will maybe cause some kind of frustration, but the actual thing that happened, I was already expecting it. I don't expect things to go easily. I expect something to go off. So if something goes off, I'm just like, oh well, it doesn't carry mental burden in my head. I can't stress out about the event. Maybe the things around the event, like if someone else is stressed out, that might stress me out. But the actual event itself, if I was there by myself, it would not stress me out. I would just literally sit there like
it happens.
It happened. Exactly. Yeah. So those are my top 5. Those are the top 5 strengths or themes that build up who I am as a person. I was like, I didn't know if it was accurate or not, but then when you actually have to look at it and realize, I keep blaming things on I'm like, ADHD, or like I'm just bad at this, or I'm just like I'm lazy or something. I didn't realize you have a lot of innate things in you that you can't fix or change. Some of these things are just who you are. You can build on it. You can fix it to an extent, I guess. Like the ideation, I can execute on more things. But it's just who you are as a person. And you have to find a way to be useful with those strengths. Like for your example, like for you guys though, do you guys blame a lot of things like that you have? Like I don't know what you call it. Like things you do that you're like, God, I'm so lazy, or God, I'm so anti
social or something.
Yeah, that was the one. Not anti-fascist. Sorry, I couldn't think about that.
The part where you were saying that like that it's not changeable. I don't know if that's true. Like, well, maybe I don't know. But like,
I feel
interchangeable?
Like, no, I was gonna say no.
Because like
I'm unique.
The other day I was listening to a podcast and the guy was talking about how he because like the guy was super successful and stuff like that. And there was one thing that he said that it didn't really matter in the sentence, but like to me it mattered a lot because he was just talking about something and offhandedly he said back when I used to not have discipline, and then he just started saying something else, and then I was like, wait, so he like I always thought like people that were disciplined just had it like innately built into them, and this guy was basically just saying like, oh, at one point he didn't have this, so it's like I feel like there are certain times where you can like build something. That's why like when you said that I was kind of like thrown off a bit. Skills
isn't part of the assessment. This is like what do you call that? What would you just call it? Sorry. Discipline isn't part of the assessment.
Oh really? Oh, so it's just like other things. Okay, cool.
Like that. Like it's spread out over like 5 topics. I think it's like communications, creativity, and things like that.
Head game,
definitely head game. Yeah,
nice.
Well, it's like the whole old saying too. It's like, is a leader born, or do you have to become a leader? What do you guys think?
Wait, but what was your original question? Sorry, because
it wasn't a question. I just wanted to relate it to me.
Sorry.
I want to talk about me.
No, it's fine.
This is about me.
Yeah, dude.
But basically, I just wanted to talk about how like I blame a lot of my faults
Uh-huh.
or flaws on just general things I can lay out. Like if I hear the phrase ADHD, I'm like, that's me.
Oh,
Or I
okay.
just relate to things that kind of closely resemble me. But taking an assessment like this kind of opened my eyes because one, it was 177 questions.
Oh wow.
Not that long. Well,
Oh.
it's long, but
Me,
like,
holy shit.
but it's not that long when you're thinking about this is an assessment that I can use for my whole life.
Oh, true.
So it's like it's kind of scary and also scary accurate.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Yeah. So the reason I bring it up too is it's like it's funny how you can look at the different things you do because I truly believe everyone's unique and everyone blah blah blah. But I truly believe that everyone fits into life in their own way. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone can fit in a proper way. If that
Okay.
makes sense. So that's why taking that assessment kind of opened my eyes. I was like, damn, I don't have to be the guy who executes ideas. I can make them and make a team that executes on those ideas.
Yeah.
Or I don't have to. Sorry, I know what I want to do in the future. Now I know how to motivate myself.
Yeah.
I'll look at this video of this bodybuilder and I'm like, I want to look like that. That's going to get me in the gym. And it has worked in the past. I
Yeah.
didn't even know it was called futuristic before, but now I know I can identify it. So now I can actually use it.
Yeah.
So all those types of strengths, and I guess those top 5 ones, I like because now I can identify those things and work on them.
Oh, that's okay. That relates back to something that, because the other day we were doing something with horoscopes, and
yeah.
it was kind of like figuring out what houses you belong in and stuff like that. And
I told him a Capricorn.
oh yeah,
Oh, you're a Capricorn?
Rising.
That makes a lot of sense for you.
but yeah. So basically, when I was like looking at the horoscope stuff, it kind of was saying like, oh, this is where like you belong in or whatever. Like this is your horoscope in this is your horoscope in that, whatever. And then they would give a description of like certain characteristics that you have. And looking at that, I was kind of like, okay, wow, like I have this in me, I have this in me. And sometimes it's kind of like,
Oh, you're a Gemini?
Rising in Gemini.
you guys, so fucking much. It just hurts more that you said Gemini because I hate Gemini. So the fact that you said that,
You're a Gemini.
no, I'm not.
Rising.
No,
Moon.
no, I have no Gemini in my thing, in my chart, in my entire thing.
You're gonna have a Gemini in your ass later.
Oh, let's go. No, but anyway, so I was looking at all of these things that were on my chart, and it was
Yeah.
basically like characteristics that make up me. And I was like, whoa, like this is me, this is me, this is me. And like I agreed with like a lot of it, and then certain ones where I was like, oh, this I've never really thought of myself as that, but to like see that, have that as a potential kind of made me be like, oh, I could be like this, which kind of relates back to your thing where it's like all of these different characteristics that you have that make up like the top 5. Like it kind of shows you what your strengths are, and like it can be like you can build off of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like those things are kind of like similar in that sense, and I don't know, that's just kind of cool.
100%. Yeah.
So it's very, very interesting because there's this amazing anime that I love
Uh-huh.
that you refuse to watch and finish.
Yeah.
Called Blue Lock.
James is banging his head on the mic because he hates anime talk. But yeah, go on, Patrick.
I'm not a weeb, okay? I just want to
Yeah.
say this out loud. I'm
Dude,
not a
he's
weeb.
hot. I can say that because I'm his brother.
That's a clip.
I can say that because I'm his brother.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. Not his girlfriend. Nobody else.
Oh my god. Okay. So no, there's this anime. Absolutely, it's my favorite anime right now. It's called Blue Lock, and a running theme about that with the main characters is that like they're forced to understand themselves.
Yeah.
And basically, what you guys are all talking about is kind of the same thing of the same message of the show, where it's that like you can see yourself, but your perspective of yourself can change. Where it's
Oh.
like you're still looking at the same stuff, but you're just looking at it from a different perspective,
Yeah.
which then opens up a whole new, because you're looking at it from a different way. You realize, oh my God, what I thought was a dead end is actually
An open door.
an opening to a whole new way
Yeah.
of being.
Yeah. That's kind of cool that we all kind of have like our own perspective on this
Yeah, specifically, yeah.
from different type of avenues. Like you have it more like it's like
Science.
Yeah, science. Mine is more
Psychology.
like Australian.
Astrology.
Mine is more wow. Mine is more astrology.
Astrology, yeah.
Astrology. Dude, I'm hungover. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then yours is like anime.
Cartoon.
Cartoon. But like it's still the same message, which is kind of sick.
I'm
And,
gonna be honest. Most of my like the deepest life lessons I've ever heard came from the cartoons and shit that I've watched growing up. Because
Yeah.
I was just one of those kids who really was like, no, this means something.
Yeah.
And I would learn so much from like the goofiest shit.
Yeah.
And I don't mind at all.
Which is fucking sick. Yeah. Like we all just like learn like the same point, which I don't know. It's I don't know. It's sick. Sorry.
Yeah. We all found the same lessons in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing
beautiful.
I'll leave it on too, and I thought this was so cool. And this is one of the things I was like, man, people should go to college. Because I was for a long time, I was like, nah, everyone needs to go. But like, I thought this was cool because I was like, this is something I never expected to learn in college. I never thought I'd be like, oh, I'm learning about myself.
Yeah.
Without like being a party guy or without going out or without making friends. I'm lonely. No, but like in reality, it's like I never expected a professor to actually make me think like that. But the last thing is too, like, and obviously it's a business course and stuff, but like the way they relate it is always now is how are you going to be a manager? How are you going to be a supervisor? Things like that. It's like, I asked you earlier, right? It's like, you guys have been asked, it's like, are leaders born or are they created?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Oh, man.
Depends on the situation.
Realistically, though, what do you guys think?
I think created for sure.
Okay. I think more often than not, you have to create them.
Yeah. Well,
Because
yeah. I mean, when you really break it down, it's like we're all babies born with nothing.
Yeah. Like you're just like an empty vessel, you know?
So
Yeah.
you technically can't really be born with that, right?
Yeah.
But that's skill.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, what was that one thing you were talking about? That guy who has no discipline.
Oh, yeah.
Or he has discipline, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Those are skills that you can create, you can work on, or not.
Yeah.
Right. But I never thought about this. Do you want to be a leader? That's not something you're really born with.
No.
Yeah.
That's something that's innate in you.
Yeah.
And then it's also perspective wise, you want to be a leader in this or that or that or
Yeah.
not this or that situation. So that was really cool for me to see, because I was like, oh wow, like I never even thought about even actually pursuing a business job per se, like in an office, but like that change in perspective is so cool, because like you can what I got from it is skills can be worked on all your life, and you might not even be good at certain things, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you can work on skills.
Yeah.
But then the things that you're already innately good at, or your strengths that you already have, those are just things you have. You can't really change those. And that's what makes everyone so unique. And I think that's what makes it so cool. It's like, that's why some people excel so much. So it makes me wonder, like, what an athlete's, top 5 strengths or talent or theme thing would be like. Because, like,
Probably push-ups.
probably push-ups. But, like, they're so insane.
Yeah.
Those guys think, like, psychotically.
Dude, they have a different level of thinking.
They really must, yeah.
They have to have some kind of confidence gene.
Yeah.
It's
Dude.
also delusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotta be, some of it has to be delusion.
You have to have delusion. Like, dude, I have like friends that like sometimes they'll be in their head about stuff, or like they kind of talk about how they are delusional and stuff, whatever. And I'm just kind of like, I don't view it as that bad. Like they kind of like sometimes will be like, oh, I like maybe I'm just like this, maybe I'm like that, whatever. But like having a sense of delusion has helped so many people succeed.
Yes.
Because it's like the people that are the most like non-delusional people are the ones that are just like stuck in like the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
Stuck in the Matrix.
Well, here's the thing. I realized it too. I was thinking about that.
Uh-huh.
One of my top 5 strengths is the maximizer, where you don't think about your weakness, you don't think about your strengths.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the same thing there. It's like that like athletic drive a little bit, where you're just like, I don't give a fuck about my weaknesses. I know I can make it there. That's what I'm working towards, kind of thing. Or like, I got this. I can do this. I'm gonna do it 10 times better.
Yeah.
Like that's I think the delusion gene in your head. I was like,
And that maximizer thing that you just brought up also relates back to Patrick's anime thing, because I remember you tried to get me to watch a few of these episodes.
Yes, because it's amazing.
And it's a soccer anime thing.
Yeah. About these high school kids trying to become the best like striker in the world.
Yeah. And there was
no,
one
for Japan.
For Japan, that's true.
And then there was like one part where they had to like score a goal, because obviously it's soccer.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of screwing up, and then they were all like, all right, stop focusing on what your weaknesses are, start focusing on your strengths. So I feel like that relates back to that, because
Exactly.
that's athletes maximizing. Connections are cool. Sorry.
Let's change gears a little bit here, because I think we're too on the nose and we need some hectic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk.
I
Sorry,
don't
go
want to become a motivational podcast. I just want to say that right now.
Dude, I could totally do it.
Dude,
I love you.
Just, we're gonna kiss after
I
this.
love diving deep into things.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have ideation as
Yeah.
a strength. So it actually but seriously, I love linking things and like breaking things down like this. Like
Me too.
Break it down.
yeah. Finding out that much stuff though was like low key impactful for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I don't even care about myself. So like for that to actually hit me, that was different.
Yeah.
But
I hope you start to care about yourself more.
no,
You deserve to.
Yeah.
you guys are so weak in Sigma.
Sigma.
Alpha,
Wait, isn't
beta.
Sigma higher than Alpha?
Isn't Sigma the shit that you find on your dick if you don't clean it?
That's disgusting.
Is it not?
You're thinking of Schmegma.
Oh, ew.
It's not even. There's no. It's just smeg.
Smegma.
Oh,
Schmegma?
schmegma.
I feel like schmegma is like from like frat guys saying like schmegma or something. I don't know.
like
whatever.
Schmegma dick.
Jesus.
I was gonna change gears here because I was like, we gotta get hectic, right?
No, but also like
Fuck you.
But also, I feel like it's good to kind of talk about like motivational stuff. Like I feel
It
like
is.
getting things
I was gonna say, talk about your dick like that.
I feel like getting things out of the content that you consume is important.
I do, yeah. No,
Yeah.
like I am that dude who will just think over and over and over about
Yeah.
that one scene from Looney Tunes like 4 years ago.
Hell
and,
yeah, brother.
And just be like, that actually had a really deep lesson in it.
Yeah, you're a deep guy.
It's weird how you're the best reader in this group. Like you read really well, read a lot,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
and you think more motivation on cartoons than anything else.
No, but I do the same thing with my with books. You know,
Yeah.
I do the same thing, but it's that it's like, you know, dude, the shit we watched growing up had a lot of messages in it.
Yeah.
Like what? Minus your Lola Bunny obsession.
Oh my god.
Name one.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to get down a huge tangent.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go to James's thing.
It's actually your thing.
What?
We gotta get hectic on this.
Ah.
You had a question for us earlier about parenting.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, because we're all.
Do you need me to read your question, dumbass? You're
Which
looking
is
around.
kind of cool because it relates back to what we were talking about too. Because it was like, is leadership born or created?
Yeah.
And I feel like it can be created due to parenting.
Yeah.
Like the way you parent has a lot.
You have to
of-
be a leader. Yeah.
No, like, well, that too, but like you are creating what could be a leader or not. It's
Yeah.
about
Your
how
kid,
you
I'm
parent.
the alpha in this house, bitch.
Yeah, but like how you parent is how
Yeah.
you. I feel like
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, that has a huge impact on what's gonna happen. Yeah.
yeah, and you know what is like something that I've always thought about. Not always, but like recently, I've thought about the way that you were parented, James.
Beat.
Beat. Oh, I mean, part of it, I guess.
Your parents were harsh. Yeah.
Which was a good thing.
Okay.
Like I liked the fact that like your parents were like strict, because I feel like when your parents are strict, it creates like a child who's more disciplined than somebody who's raised by somebody that's not strict. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
was me and Patrick.
Yeah.
You also get a feeling of you don't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
carries on for a while. I mean,
It's like
not to an
carries-
unhealthy level though. That's
Yeah.
that's what I am trying to get at. Like it creates this thing where you build a bond with your parents that's more like I don't want to disappoint you,
Yeah.
but in a healthy amount because they never were strict on things like going out. Like I can go out, I
Yeah.
can have a girlfriend, or I can make bad decisions. I'd have to deal with those, but
Yeah.
like other things, you know, yeah.
They were strict in like the important parts, I feel. Like,
Yeah,
they were strict
yeah.
with school. They were strict with like your extracurricular activities and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of that really helped impact you into the who you are like right now.
Yeah, they would never have let me follow any of their footsteps, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Their whole goal of being in this country was do better.
Yeah. And then like also like having that type of relationship with like your parents where they're like super strict or whatever, like not even like super strict, but having like a strictness to it, it's kind of like fuck. I was listening to a podcast and they talked about this where there was this kid that was raised by a super strict dad and like kind of a strict mom, right? And so he hated his dad growing up because he was always like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, but he's forcing me to do all of these things. And so then eventually when he got older, his parents split up. And so the mom ended up marrying some other guy, and this guy was more like chill and relaxed, and would like as he was growing up, he was always like, you can bring your friends here, you can bring like your girlfriend here, like I'll buy alcohol for you guys, like I'll smoke weed with you and stuff like that, right? And so what that created was this kid now hated his biological dad because he's like, why was he so strict to me when like he could have easily been chill, right?
Yeah.
But then that kid, he grew up to be very like lazy, like he didn't have any discipline, and he later on resented his dad for that, like his stepdad for that, right? And I feel like when you have a healthy relationship with your parent, like growing up, it's good for them to be strict, Because then eventually when you're older, you like really appreciate like why they were strict and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of like them creating somebody that's like more lazy or whatever, and then like you kind of start to like resent your parent for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so I feel like parenting styles are very important, and I just wanted to know like what kind of parent do you guys want to be when you guys are older?
I want to be the kind that has a gender reveal party with fireworks nearby a dry forest.
Really?
No.
I know what you were talking about.
Well, one thing I wanted to hit on that you're saying it too is like, I feel like nowadays we're hearing about progressive parenting, which is cool. I'm all for it. I'm all for you wanting to understand your child. And
Can you explain that for the people that don't know, like me?
Is that the one where you put the kid on the leash?
Oh, God.
No, I don't think that's progressive, dude. I think that's going backwards in time. No, but you know, the whole progressive parenting thing is basically, you know, it's not even anything. How do I say this? It's like you want to understand your child more. You ask them questions, you give them options. It's like you want to build a relationship with your child. Where a lot of people, you know, unfortunately had strict parents or parents that were just bad. Let's be real. And they didn't want to build a relationship with them. It would just do what I say, and that's it. However, on the other hand, it does lack discipline now. Yeah. That's the main controversy where it's like, I'm not going to hit my kid. I'm going to tell him, hey, you're doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. But now it's like that. It's like a ball that went so far one way. And it was like, we're going to be as nice as we're going to treat kids exactly like adults and give them all their rights. Uh-huh. Then it went to the other. Now it's heading backwards, though, where it's like, no, my kid, all these kids are pieces of shit because they're not being disciplined at home properly. Yeah. Whether that means timeouts, whether that means groundings, whether that means slaps on the butt or something.
Mm-hmm. Or just yelling at them.
Yeah. Just yelling at them, right? So I think it's a good question because, like, me personally, the way I was raised, for me, it's a standard. I'm one of those where for me, if I have a child, I want to give them liberty to fuck up. Uh-huh. But I want to be, I think up until a certain age, I want to guide them, like almost not helicopter parentish, but more like I do kind of want to tell them what to do. The same way my parents did, like, you're going to be in this sport and this is why. Yeah. Because I didn't just get put in sports and just be told you're doing this. I got put in sports and I was told why. Yeah. So my child might not be happy with my decisions. Yeah. But I'm going to tell them why I make these decisions.
But they will be also in the future because of it, you know?
Exactly. If it's something I have to believe in, though, I'm not going to listen to someone's pitch and be like, oh, they said my kid will be super smart if I put him in this program. No, it's got to be something I believe in 100% or I've experienced myself. Yeah. So, like, that's for me one of those things, right? So, up to a certain age. But then after I pass this, let's say maybe entering their teenagers, like 14 and up, I kind of want to be a little bit more hands back and be like, I hope I implemented good stuff into you. I'm going to keep a watchful eye. Yeah. But I want you to feel like you have a little bit more freedom where you're making your own decisions.
And independence.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I feel like having that independence makes you grow faster. Because, like, one of those things, I don't want to be the parent that's like, oh, I want to take rent from you guys. Yeah. But I also do because I feel like, you know, maybe $20, $50 a month at 16. I really do think getting a job teaches you money value soon. Yeah. So I want to take those stepping stones, right? Guide them for a while, let them be free a little bit, hit them back with like, hey, you got to pay this. Hey, you got to do this. But then, like, you know, for me, I would never want to take money away from my child, so I might even just put it into a private savings account and just give it back to them.
I was thinking about that
too. 18. Yeah. So that's the way I think about it, you know. My goal is I just want to be a parent, and I mean discipline wise too. I'm sorry, but like I am the kind that'll yell. I'm the kind of person who'll be like, hey, you fucked up. Yeah. I'm explicit. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, no, you can't say this. You're not my dad. You're my kid. Yeah. So that's the way I think too. It's like I'm gonna be a discipliner. Mm-hmm. I hope so. And I think my girl agrees that she's the same way. She's like, no, my kid's acting, I'm gonna beat the shit. I'm just kidding. Oh, no, she's like, I'm gonna discipline them properly. I'm not gonna be like abusing them, but I'm gonna give them timeouts. I'm gonna ground them properly, and I'm gonna be fair and be like, hey, you fucked up. Yeah. Probably won't talk to him like this though.
Yeah. I feel like that's like very. I think that's healthy. You know what I mean? And like I've started to like take examples from like people that I've like enjoyed or whatever. Like I've watched. Like somebody that I admire a lot is Kevin Hart, and I've listened to his audiobook, and he's talked about how growing up, his mom would make him like read and like do like a book report on what he read. It wouldn't even be homework that he did for school. It was just like, it's Saturday, you're going to read this book, do a report on it, and write it out and everything and turn it into me. So it's kind of like I want to be a parent that's always gonna make like their kid be like seeking knowledge. You know what I mean? Like always reading, always trying to find things. And then like I was listening to like this other podcast too, where what he does with his kids is like if they want something, he'll buy it for them. But in his house, everything is paid with by pages. So it's like he'll have like a shelf of all of these things that his kids want, and he'll have them there in his house. And then it's like, you don't get this until you've read 2 books. This one you don't get until you've had 6. This one you don't get, and just keeps going up higher and higher, like the more things that they like. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And like now he says that like his kid enjoys it so much. Like every year he reads somewhere between like 200 and 300 books. So like it's teaching like always seeking knowledge. And they're going to hate you in the beginning because it's going to be like, why am I reading on a Saturday and writing a book report for no reason, no grade?
Yeah.
But later on, they're going to like value it. Like it's going to like actually matter to them. You know what I mean?
I think one of the biggest issues we see though with parents like that is that they don't follow through. They've set these not hard rules, but these progressive and like cool ways of like growing up for kids, but they don't follow through. Like, okay, let's say you do the book report thing, you don't read the book report.
Yeah,
you teach your child to just do busy work, and the kids are smart.
Yeah,
kids are smart. They'll catch on. So one of the things I think is really important too, and I say this for both kids and people with special needs, because I think this lesson goes for both of them. You gotta treat them with what they are. You can't baby kids. You can't baby special needs people either. They're just people.
Yeah.
And you got to give them everything so that they have every opportunity to give you everything back. Yeah. Let's say, for example, they get upset with you because they didn't understand a game. They wanted to win something, right? You got to explain to them, hey, this is why you didn't win. You can't tell them, hey, oh, don't worry, buddy. It's you baby it. You soften the blow. Sometimes it's necessary. Let's say they're very competitive kids and they're at a high level. Yeah, obviously you're gonna soften that blow. Yeah. But if it's an everyday thing, it's like, oh, you lost this race against your friend. You just gotta tell them the truth. Like, you suck. No, I'm just kidding.
You suck, dude.
You gotta tell them the truth and be like, hey, it doesn't feel good to lose, huh?
Yeah.
Right? It sucks. But you know what? I bet you if we practice every Saturday, by next time, you'll beat your friend. Yeah. You know, you have to help them
progressively get better,
but understand these concepts at an early age. If you wait until they're 14 to start telling them, hey, you could possibly lose and not win anything. Yeah. They're going to expect a prize at that age. And that's how you get some of those spoiled kids or some of those like really uneducated people in life, because they're not taught these important rules early on. And parents don't take the time to actually like do it. But that's also why I'm saying as a parent, you need to be able to back up what you do. If you're going to put your kid in positions where they're going to lose a lot, you need to be the parent that's going to be able to talk them through it. Yeah. And you also need to be the parent that's not going to be like going up to coaches like, that's so fucked up. You got to let my kid win every once in a while. No. Yeah. You got to be the parent that's like, tell the kid like, hey, sucks, right? Yeah. You know, or the whole book report thing. Like, you got to be the parent that's going to read the book report and be like, hey, I read this. You didn't read this book. Yeah. Or you need to write a better report. There's no way you're 10 and you can write 2 sentences.
Yeah. Like part of that podcast too was him saying that like he leads by example. Like it starts from the top. Like that guy that was saying that like his kid reads like 300 books a year. Like he reads every single day too, like himself. So like his kid is seeing his dad do it. And like obviously like, you know, you want to follow what your parents are going to do because like those are like your early on heroes. So it's like you're always going to follow like what your parent does. So it's so important to like lead by example.
I think it's so cool though. I think the idea of being a parent is cool when you know the values you have. Yeah. If you don't know your own values, I don't think you're ready to be a parent. Yeah. I really think you need to have your own values set. You need to understand what's important to you as a person, not your partner, just you as a person. Yeah. And then you need to be able to communicate that to someone else. Yeah. Because I mean, it's not wrong to have a kid with someone who doesn't have the same values as you, but you guys need to find a way to compromise. Yeah. Them. So
you have to agree on like how to parent. Because if it's like constantly like back and forth between like you guys aren't on the same page, your kid is gonna know it too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So kids are like, easy. You gotta get the basics down. Like, does it sleep outside or inside? You guys gotta.
Everything you've said today is just problematic.
No, it's good. It's a comedy part.
I don't know anymore.
Now we're laughing. Now we're laughing.
Does it have to work to get the diapers, or do we just give them the diapers?
Dude, some parents do that whole currency system at home. Like, then they give them like fake money and stuff.
Oh, really?
It's
Oh,
fucking-
yeah.
I think that's fucking creepy.
I think so too. A 4-year-old having to pay for something. It's like, I can't make rent this month. Oh, go get a job.
It's still capitalism, dude.
What kind of father would I be if I didn't?
future workers.
Oh, God.
Dude, what kind of father would I be if I didn't charge you rent this month? Go outside, deal with the consequences, and then they go outside, and then their dad, points a knife at them. They're like, "Hey, give me your money," and because this is real life, right?
Yeah.
It's a real government in here.
Yeah. Your dad shanks you. It's like, and you can't afford healthcare because you didn't fucking sweep the lawn. Wait, sweep the lawn?
Some people do that.
Dude, I'm hungover, bro.
Dude,
I
your
meant mow the
brother's
lawn and sweep the like.
your brother's a doctor. He's like, "So do you have insurance?" No. That's weird. He still injects you with something weird like ketchup.
ketchup. Jesus. I want to be injected by ketchup. I love ketchup.
Dude, imagine you go to jail and it's just your dad's car.
Oh God. And it's a hot day outside with the windows closed.
The dog is the warden.
Oh God.
It's just, a hot day. It's a death penalty at that point. Oh God.
Oh hell no.
Patrick, we know you're a little indifferent on this topic, but
Yeah.
do you have any opinions on parenting right now? Do you think? Because I really do think parents suck right now. I think a lot of parents are letting their kids go with a lot of things. But what do you think?
I honestly,
Hate kids.
I my only thought is I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I don't want kids. So I don't have any opinions really. I mean,
Yeah.
like I just know that when I'm at a restaurant and a kid starts crying,
Yeah.
I want that family to leave.
Oh my God.
Like, don't bring the rest of us down with you and
Yeah.
your bad, irresponsible choices.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
don't
God
bother me.
Don't bother me.
And also, you know what I despise? When I'm
Oh.
at Chipotle
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting in line to order, and there's a fucking upper middle class white family in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh yeah, it sucks when you're below them.
and they're ordering for their shit ass kid who didn't show up, like, and they're ordering off their phone.
Yeah.
And it's like a
Oh,
big order, and it's
yeah.
just kind of like we'll also, and that it drives me nuts, and they should have
What
their
part
own,
of that annoys you that the kid is not there?
No, that I have to wait longer
Oh.
because they're ordering for 7,
Ah.
and I'm just like, you guys should be segregated from the rest of us.
Dude, you're problematic as hell on this episode,
Are
dude.
not allowed back. We are gonna change the name. We are done. We have not that. We don't have that much skin in the game. We can just start over. It's fine, Alex.
No, I'm the unhinged one this
Yeah,
week.
dude.
Jesus Christ! How
actually,
do
yeah.
I have more logic than you today?
So yeah, no, I
I
don't.
kind of like this dynamic that like one person
I don't
can get
know.
shit on this week, one person's unhinged that one,
Yeah.
one guy's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a transfer of
It
power.
switches around.
I don't know, man. He seems too honest. that's my problem. It
I'm
just
so
seems like it's him.
Nah, be real, dude.
Yeah, no, that's just how I am. I don't have any thoughts on parenting.
Guys,
That's fine.
My
You know,
only thought, and even then, it's just kind of like, who gives a shit? I don't have any kids.
Uh-huh.
Don't
Mhm.
give your kids the internet.
Oh yeah.
That's just where I'm at. Do
Yeah,
not give your kid a
100%.
phone.
Yeah.
Just
You know-
don't.
yeah, I think that's been covered pretty well nowadays because there's like a whole movement on that. But here's my thing: I'm scared now because it's undeniable that I think me and Alex will end up having some kind of family in the future. Just me between him.
Oh, we're adopting? Or are you gonna have a sex change and I impregnate you? Dude, I hated that sentence.
Disgusting, right? When you look at your cousin in the eye, it's disgusting when you look at your cousin in the eye, right, man? Fucking
God
freak.
damn it, dude.
All you had to say was like, "Oh yeah, that's it,
I
nothing
gotta
else."
Add shit.
Okay. Anyways, I'm worried. Then you don't want to do anything with your nephew or nieces in the future because I already don't.
No,
I'm
if
half
Alex,
joking.
If Alex had a kid, I would take care of the kid. I would babysit. I would be
Damn,
happy
dude, he
to.
wants to father your kid. You're gonna let him take
Trust
that?
me, I'm
I
not
don't know.
going to do that.
I wouldn't think I'd trust you now.
I never put that burden on you. If you don't have kids, I'm not putting that burden on you.
You are right to call it a burden.
Yeah.
I thought that would get much bigger reaction.
No,
No,
like,
you're
it is
right.
a burden to,
To
like,
you, it's
have.
definitely a burden because you don't want kids. You don't.
No.
You put everything in measurable to not have them.
No,
Why
like-
would I give you that burden?
No, but also just in general, like it's always a burden. I feel to like have somebody take care of your kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's never not a burden.
Yeah,
it's
that
kind
is
of
true.
awkward always.
it is.
I'm well, unless you know how to do it right. Some people are good at asking and planning it. Some people
Right.
are just like, "Hey man, emergency," and it's like, "Bro, I don't care that you died. Just deal with it on your." I would ask Alex before I asked Patrick, but only because I feel like Alex would care about it.
I
But
would care.
you would care,
I would.
but you would also be like, I regret saying I care. To an extent, I think you honestly would hate it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I would hate it too, but I feel like I would be more.
I'm saying like you already had kids.
Oh, gotcha.
Because then it'd be like, it's so much easier that way. You already know what's like to deal with kids. It's just a bigger headache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, you've already had a tiny little being shit on your carpet. Like, you know, you can do it again.
Bro,
Yeah.
you didn't shit on any carpets. I didn't shit on any carpets. Where are you getting this information from?
I shitted on a lot of carpets. And I'm talking about me as a grown adult. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I will say?
No,
it's
that's
kinda-
actually so gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. You know what I will say? It's a little fucked up of me.
Huh?
I don't when I do have kids. I was telling my girl about this. Actually, I was like, "Hey, do you realize how old we are? This kind of has to happen within the next 10 years because we're at that age where like they're recommending it has to be younger than later now.
Yeah.
Where for a successful pregnancy. Now, with that being said, I think we should end it here.
Yeah, we've been going for a while. I feel.
I gotta go.
Yeah, Patrick has to leave, so I feel like we should end it. And I like
This is
episode.
so weird.
What is?
Being more focused than joke.
Yeah.
Always waiting for someone to fuck up so you can make fun of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that was Patrick's job today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, straight up. You guys fucking suck.
Yes, go. Keep it up. I like that.
I think we just like life right now.
Dude.
I think so, actually. I think we're in a good place right now, huh?
Nah.
He's literally hungover. And
Dude, I'm
dying.
so hungover.
Mine
right
is
now.
your hunger, but like,
Damn, I kept up and I'm hungover.
You are.
I should be hungover always.
no,
When we record.
no, I fuck.
Guys,
I
I'm
just
taking up drinking. I'm taking up drinking.
You know what though? If you guys like it, if you guys like this kind of stuff, let us know because I like going in depth and feelings.
Yeah.
I like my feelings.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got a special mini-sode coming out. It's just a little quick 2 stories or 3 or 5. I don't know how many yet. But
Spooky
a few
season.
spooky time. Getting ready for that October feeling. So
Yeah.
tune in because I got
Yeah.
we're gonna use we got some lore. We got
Ooh.
some personal stories with real recordings.
Oh shit.
I haven't told the guys about that part yet.
Oh.
And maybe Alex will tell us about what he found on his leg the other day.
Oh, it was a tick.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't find a tick. I don't
No,
know
I'm
what it's
making
talking
it
about.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, tune into that mini-sode because we're gonna have a lot of fun on it, and I think it'll creep you guys out a little
Yeah.
bit. And it's gonna be short.
Yeah.
See if you guys like that short content. Content. Fuck you. Short content.
Oh my god.
All right. This
How
is
short
James.
we talking? 5'5" or like
Short King.
Oh.
Short King episode?
Ooh, dude,
Short
we
King.
should call this Short King episode. That's
Holy-
fire.
This one?
No, the other one because it's gonna be short.
Yeah, Short King episode.
Short pasta. No,
Sharp
just kidding.
pasta.
Shut the fuck
My name is
up.
Alex.
I'm Patrick.
I'm James, and this was who's doing this outro?
Dynamic Trio.
Follow us on Instagram, Dynamic Trio Pod, and listen to us on Spotify like you are now.
Yes. Or don't. We don't give a shit.
I have a lot of feelings.
However, if you are at Chipotle, just order fucking quickly. This is the Dynamic
Don't
That's
push
true.
my laptop like
That-
that, you
that's-
piece of shit.
Okay.
You fucking whore.
See, chemical kind of haircut. I hate him.
God,
Dude, it's
dude,
like-
I'm telling you, you're closeted. I got tequila in the car. Should I bring it out, guys?
No.